Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to completely pull apart my bedroom. Hey everyone, it's Isabella. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. As you can tell from behind me, my bookshelves are an absolute mess. It's actually crazy, so we're going to do something about that. I have also had a big change in my reading, meaning that I have basically been only reading fantasy. I've only wanted to read fantasy, and it's been like that for a few months. So we're going to change around my bookshelves and make this one, which is like my main bookshelf with all my fantasy books on it. We're going to do a little swap-a-roo because I don't really read romance books, and I have a lot of romance books on my TBR because I used to be an only romance reader, so I got a lot. Not to mention books that we have to find homes for. Like I said, the rough plan: romance books, fantasy books, and I don't know what I'm going to do with those books. Probably put them on there. I don't know. That's a mixture of fantasy and just random books I haven't read. But I feel like if the ones that are like behind, which are like books I need to read, if they're on more of a display, I might be more tempted to pick them up. So we're just gonna start moving them around and see what we come up with. Step one, we're going to remove all the little things that I've been putting on my shelves that I should not be because they've made it messy. I'm also going to clean that up. That's actually not so bad. It looks cluttered, but yes, I've kind of neglected my shelves a little bit. I also have this stack of books that I'm unhauling and selling on my Depop, and then some more books I have to add, and they're my children's books because I'm a child. They're staying there. But yeah, let's see what we can do. Okay, next step, we are going to, I think, just take all the books off, sort them into piles, and see where it takes us. So this is the two shelves, and well, the three shelves including the top. I'm gonna keep the bottom as my middle grade. I will go through it a bit more at the end, but I'm just gonna leave that for now. And up the top here, those are all my bookmarks, if you're wondering what they are, and I'm gonna leave them there too. This is what we're currently working with. So we have Colleen Hoover, classics, historical fiction, that's a middle grade, LGBT romance, regular romance, historical fiction, fantasy, and like miscellaneous literary fiction type stuff. So yeah, and then I have a few more there I gotta sort. Now I think we're just gonna start bringing over some of the fantasy books. I know I want to put Robin Hobb's books on this shelf because they are the books that I want to read next year, like very, very badly. So they're definitely going on the shelf. Same with my Shadowhunter books. Want to pick that series up again next year, but we'll see what other books we add. So a lot of my fantasies over here, I do have the Cruel Prince trilogy and the Plated Prisoner series, which will probably go there as well. Here's my books by Robin Hobb, not that one, but I got them all secondhand, so that's why they're all kind of mismatched, but I kind of love it. Those books will definitely be going there. This one is a very, very highly anticipated, Jade City. I really can't wait to read that. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. I might put my Twilight series, maybe, we'll see. Okay, here's how the shelves are looking. I am liking it a lot. I'll do an overview at the end, but as you can see, I'm trying to keep my series together. I have a lot of series on the shelves. The majority of them actually are series. I think there's maybe one or two standalones, but yeah, I'm liking it so far. Now it's time we figure out what on earth we're doing here. So obviously the plan is romance books, and then I'll probably move all of those books to this shelf. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm just gonna see where my brain takes me, I guess. I feel like that's really the vibe of this video. Here's a sneak peek of my first romance shelf. I actually really love it, which I'm genuinely shocked by because I thought I would hate it, but I love it. I love how it looks. Now we're moving on to the top shelf, and that is going to be classics, maybe even some historical fiction up there if it fits. Okay guys, it is time for the big reveal, and I am very happy with how everything turned out. I'm so excited. So this is my main bookshelf. This used to be where all my romance books were. Starting up the top, it's a little bit miscellaneous. So we have my Brandon Sanderson books and Six Crimson Cranes, These Violent Delights duology, Jade City, Hotel Magnifique, and the Lord of the Rings series. These are just books that I really want to read. So if I put them out on display, hopefully I'm more likely to read them. By the way, up the top stayed the same because they're all my like book boxes and hardcovers of Bridget Camera, so that stays the same. But coming down here, we have all of my Cassandra Clare books. I have more behind this, which is so pretty. I love this book. I haven't read I think I've read the first 3 books in the Shadowhunter series, but I want to try and read the all of Cassandra Clare's series, so I'm collecting them gradually. And then I have the Prison Healer, technically trilogy, but I haven't got the 3rd book, The Sea Queen, The Other Side of the Sky, Bravery, and The Lost Apothecary, and this really cute little swan thing. Yeah, I really like how this shelf looks. It's all of my larger print novels, so yeah, it's all kind of the same height. It makes me happy to see that. Moving on down, we have my Robin Hobb. So again, collecting her series secondhand, and then I have the Cruel Prince trilogy, and of course my beloved Plated Prisoner series, Little Dragon over there, and I might add some little decorations and stuff to that, but I haven't yet. But yeah, this is the main. The bottom stays the same in the minute. That's just my middle grade. I really like how this turned out, and I think I'm going to be a lot more intrigued to read more fantasy. Not that I really need help reading fantasy because that's all I'm reading, but at least it's more accessible now. This is my romance and classic area. So this used to be where my fantasy books were. This shelf looks so beautiful. I love it because the sun hits right on my copy of Verity, so it just looks gorgeous. But I have my Colleen Hoover books, and then some more random romance books behind Verity, and then I have my Alice Oseman collection, and then a variety of different romance books. Really hoping to get to the Addicted series next year, or the Calloway Sisters, whatever it's called. If I do read romance books, they're the books that I want to pick up first. And I also did start reading Better Than the Movies, but shocker, I wasn't in a romance mood. But whenever I am, I really want to get to that book. And I also have this candle that literally smells so good. It's an essential. Up the top we have my classic collection. How gorgeous is this copy of The Great Gatsby? I'm literally obsessed. I haven't read The Great Gatsby yet, but I can't wait to read it. And then I have A Diary of Blood, which I recently read. It's a Dracula retelling, told from Dracula's first bride who killed him. It is so good. And then the end is a bit random. I basically just have some historical fiction, and I have some historical fiction that centers around war behind A Dowry of Blood. But yeah, I really like this shelf and this one. Actually, I like all my shelves. I think they turned out pretty good. Don't mind that mess. I'm gonna fix that. But next we have this shelf. This is probably my most clustered shelf, but it's basically all the books that I didn't want on my fantasy or romance shelf. So up the top we have my poetry collection, my Harry Styles candle, and then some non-fiction that centers around love. Moving down we have my Twilight series and The Fifth Wave. I think The Fifth Wave is a trilogy, but I haven't got the third book. And there are tons of just random books behind it. There's no theme, just any books that I couldn't fit went behind. And then same with this one, there's tons of books behind, but I have my historical romance here, which I love a good historical romance.